And we have returned. Dun 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 dun. It seems to work just fine. And settings-wise, there's not much. Let's go.
Do you think he'll recover?
I don't know. It's too soon to say. We should let him rest.
There are thousands of bodies piling straight.
He's been very feeble for weeks. He can't get up. He doesn't speak. Do you think we should call a doctor?
Call a doctor? Here?
You're right. Let's just hope he wakes up one of these days. Come on, my friend. Hang on. Don't give up.
Please, let me
Synchronicity.
Wake up, Michael. Come on, you have to wake up.
What's happening? What is this place? Please, tell me.
Please, Michael, wake up. Wake up.
This silence. This darkness. Where am I? Damn it. I can't remember. Where are you? Where are you hiding?
Michael, please wake up. You have to wake up.
Michael? Is that my name? Please tell me where I am. I can't remember anything. Who are you? Who's there?
Wake up, Michael. Please wake up. Wake up now.
Don't go! Please! Come back! Come back! This silence. This darkness. This emptiness.
There's a briefcase. There's nothing in the briefcase. Wait. Act 1, a camp full of rats. Ooh, this is a longer game. Cool! Glad we hopped in on this then.
Good morning. I hope you're feeling better.
But...
Now don't be alarmed. I'm glad you feel strong enough to get out of bed. That's wonderful news. I must say you're looking much better, considering what you've been through, of course.
Who are you?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive my manners. You've been with us for so long that I forgot that you don't know who we are. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rod Atkinson. I was the director of the Municipal Property Registry before, well, you know, before the world collapsed on us.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Atkinson. But... where am I? What is this place?
You are in what I venture to call our home. Our humble, hopefully temporary home. This is one of the many trailers that make up the refugee camp. And believe me, we can consider ourselves lucky to live between these four walls. Most of the inhabitants of this hellhole, excuse my crude language, have nothing more than plastic tarps and cardboard for shelter.
Wait a second. Did you say refugee camp?
Yes, of course. The Facility for Temporary Accommodation of Disaster Victims is what they called it. You know, after the army declared martial law following the catastrophe. You look a little confused, if you don't mind my saying so. Do you really not know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I'm afraid not. Let me ask you.
Who's the voice actor for our guy? Because he sounds familiar.
Can you tell me what I'm doing here?
Yes, of course. I think we owe you an explanation. A few days after the Great Wave, we found you lying in a ditch near the airport. You were badly injured and unconscious. We couldn't just leave you there. Someone had already stolen your luggage and identification. It was awful. So we decided to take care of you ourselves and brought you here. You've been with us ever since. By the way, I should tell you that when we found you, your clothes were ripped to shreds, so we threw them away. The clothes you're wearing now are mine. You'll find more things in that wardrobe. If you need anything, just help yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Atkinson. But
Great Wave. Should say thank you.
from what you've told me, I see that you've saved my life. I'm very grateful, Mr. Atkinson.
No, please. You don't have to thank us. We just did what we had to. It's our moral obligation to uphold the ethical principles of civilization in this new world. But call me Rod, please. And, well, we also did it for Colin, you see. What kind of future does he face if we accept that it's every man for himself, that no one cares about anyone else? It's a terrifying prospect, don't you think? We're just doing whatever we can to avoid that future, that's all.
Colin?
Yes, Colin is our only child. Our one ray of hope since the catastrophe. I'm going to confess something to you. Colin is the only reason my wife and I still struggle to keep going in this new world. We would have given up a long time ago if it weren't for him.
Of course. I understand. So that was your wife's voice that woke me up a few minutes ago, right?
My wife? No, that's impossible. My wife has been with me in the other room the whole time. We haven't come out of there for hours. But I'm glad you're feeling better and are fully conscious now. I guess we could say you've been reborn. And although the circumstances aren't the best, simply being alive nowadays is practically a luxury. So, welcome to our home.
Alright, I don't know if this is outright horror. Steam threw it in the horror section of my library. It's probably more psychological. More like dark stuff versus like...
You said with us. Who else lives here?
Ah, yes, of course. I still haven't properly introduced my family to you. Now is a bad time, but I promise to make proper introductions later. My wife and I sleep in the other room, and, well, little Colin sleeps with us.
The Great Wave? What are you talking about?
Well, what would I be talking about? That damned, excuse my language, explosion that brought ruin to all of us. The origin of this filthy new world that now seems to be our permanent reality. But do you really not remember? Do you really not remember anything about all this?
I feel a little weak and dizzy, Mr. Atkinson. Excuse me. I'm afraid I can't. I can't remember a thing.
I see. There have been many cases like yours in the camp. Try to rest and not to get too agitated. Well, there's one thing I can tell you. You can consider yourself fortunate. There's nothing nice to remember about recent times, believe me.
Rod! Rod!
Please excuse me, but I have to leave you now.
No, wait, please. What's happening? Don't go yet.
I'm sorry, I understand that you have a lot of questions to ask me, but now isn't the time. Believe me, I promise to answer each and every one of your questions in peace and quiet later. Sorry, but I have to go.
Rod, please, quickly!
Guessing
Okay,
that's Colin?
alright.
Maybe
Now
he got...
that you're feeling better, you can go out and take a walk around the camp. But please, be very careful out there. The world you knew before is gone. Heed my warning, don't touch anything. Don't talk to anyone, and don't get mixed up in anything, at least until someone explains to you how things work in this new world the Great Wave left us. Everything has changed so much out there.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
Ah, one more thing before I go. You've been with us for quite a while now, and we don't even know what to call you. What is your name?
My name? Michael. My name is Michael.
Very pleased to meet you, Michael. We'll talk again later, I promise.
Alright.
Michael. That's what that disembodied voice called me. That must be my name. Wake up, Michael. That's all she said. leaving me in this immense void where I can't remember anything. Great wave? New world? Refugee camp? But what the devil could have happened out there? I think it might be a good idea to go out there and take a look.
Okay, can I pause? Okay, thank goodness. Sorry, I was just like, they're still talking, still giving exposition, but you know what? They gave exposition. So you think a giant asteroid hit the ocean? Well, he mentioned explosion. So I almost feel like somebody dropped like a huge nuke in the ocean and it just...
Well, look at that. When I pulled back the sheet, part of it got torn on the spring sticking out of the bed frame. I hope Rod doesn't notice. The bed frame under the mattress is so battered that one of the springs is turned into a very sharp protruding object.
Okay. Okay. Got a point and click game. I imagine it's gonna be much more calm than where we just came from.
I'm not gonna snuff out this oil lamp. This place looks sinister enough with light.
Calm down, buddy.
Impossible. It's locked. I'm afraid my host forgot to unlock it before he left.
I love that the guy is like, oh, go explore the camp. Don't talk to anybody. Don't touch anything. Don't do anything. But go have fun. Explore the camp. Okay. Anything else I should concern myself with? Nope. Let's go explore the camp.
Good God. What the hell happened here? Rod was right. I don't know what hit this place. But whatever it was, it struck into its very foundations, without any mercy whatsoever. What's happening now?
You better hide, dude. Don't you know that it's dangerous to show your face when the cleanup brigades come into the camp? You're new here, aren't you?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Well, welcome to your new home. I'm Hank, but everyone calls me the Hunter.
I'm Michael. But what's going on up there?
Nothing, Mike, just routine. The cleanup brigades are taking away a sick person, a dissolved. You know how it is, just doing their job. Ironically, that house belongs to one of the camp moles. Those traitorous scumbags.
Brigades, dissolved, moles. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember anything.
Oh, I see, you're a blankhead. Well, you better get up to speed real quick if you want to survive here, Mike. Find me if you need help, dude. I can get you whatever you need. Doesn't matter where it is, how fast it runs, or where it tries to hide. That's why they call me the Hunter.
All right, I'll remember that.
Come back here! Don't take her away! Don't you know who I am? Come back here!
They shot that poor man in cold blood. But why did they do that? Hey, Hank?
Yeah, more
he's
psychological
gone.
horror than outright horror. Oh my god, what? What hellscape? Huh?
But what's happening? What is this? What the hell's going on here? Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
0 to 62 seats. 0 to 123 seats.
The half-scrap remains of a sports car that looks like a collector's item. From the style, but now...
Okay.
Time has left these hinges. There's no way I'm going to be able to break...
Okay. Vacant lot. Window. There's a lot of like looking. I was like, I don't want to look. I want to pick up stuff. I need shoes.
Hey, you! Don't even think of putting your paws on that shopping cart. Stay away from my stuff, or I swear I'll rip your guts out with my bare hands.
Okay, calm down. I won't touch anything.
What's up, man?
Ouch! Damn it! This vacant lot is full of trash and broken glass. I managed to rip open the sole of my foot in a rusty nail.
Hey, it's not a good idea to walk around barefoot in this enormous trash heap. You won't get very far without shoes.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
The tip is yours to keep. But if you come near my things, you're a dead man. Understood? Wait, I recognize you. Aren't you the guy Rod's been taking care of in his trailer all this time?
Yes, I am. Do you know Rod?
Of course I do. Everyone in the camp knows Rod. You owe him your life. Don't doubt that for a second. Nowadays, no one in his right mind would do what he did for you. For a total stranger.
Yes, I'm very grateful to him. But tell me, can I ask you a few questions?
I just sorry. That's like, I think one of the greatest things. They just black bars, zoom in. Who is the voice actor for Michael? Because he sounds very familiar. Great wave, shooting. Yeah.
I've been hearing about an enormous explosion. The Great Wave. What on earth are they talking about?
But what kind of question is that? Where have you been all this time? Sleeping in a cave?
Well, you could say that.
The Great Wave is the reason we're confined here like animals. The entire world went to hell in a handcart that day, and we went with it.
Okay.
I've been able to see that with my own eyes. Can you tell me anything else?
Okay, I'll tell you what I know. The Great Wave hit us one Friday afternoon right out of the blue. I remember it perfectly because I'd just come out of an important meeting at that precise moment. I'd made a lot of money from a very fat contract. Yes, sirree, Bob. Very, very fat. First, we felt the ground quaking, as if a volcano was about to erupt right under our feet. I had to get out of my car and run. Then came the explosions. Glass broke. Buildings toppled. And then for weeks, the stench of corpses rotting in the streets. In just a few hours, that damn Great Wave sent us all, with our businesses, our money, and our convertibles, straight back to the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages?
Of course! Are you surprised? In a matter of minutes, we were left with no electricity, no water, no communications. And after the initial chaos, the dissolved started to show up. And that horrible gash opened up in the sky. That stupid breach up there that no one in this hellhole has bothered to explain to us. The fact is that the remains of the old system only held up for a few weeks. And through the cracks, what you see around you started seeping in.
The New World, right?
Yes, indeed. You catch on fast. The New World was here to stay. Welcome to the future, son. Not exactly the way you pictured it, huh?
Okay, cool. I was like waiting for him to stop talking. Jeremiah Costello, most recent credits are Forsaken World, Gods and Demons, and Komachi, both games. Is the Nameless mod a fairly well-known total conversion made for the original Deus Ex, or Nameless mod? Oh, okay. Wow. Jeremiah Costello. Like, I don't know why he's giving me, like, Bruce Wayne vibes, where I'm like, has he done, like, a Batman thing? I feel like he's done a Batman thing. Sorry, Jeremiah. Costello. Damn. That's a great voice. Director. No. No. I have those two games. I have the Edna ones. Dang, I don't know him from anything. I'm gonna do all. Yeah, no, he's not in too many. Alright then.
Confined? Do you mean we can't leave the refugee camp?
Refugee camp. I've always found that term amusing. It seems like things on the other side of the fence work a little better. But here, look around you. Does this look like a refugee camp? It's an army detention camp, and you're a prisoner. Once you come in here, you lose everything, even your name. To them, You're nothing more than a rat. Just another camp rat. You'd never be able to get through the gate, especially if you don't know anyone or don't have any contacts on the outside. Doesn't matter who you might have been before the old world collapsed. Believe me, I speak from experience. If you're just a camp rat, I'm afraid the only way out of here is feet first. I don't know if you get my meaning.
Of course I do. Thanks for your encouraging words.
You can keep the words, but come near my things and you're a dead man.
Depicts a world of 3D message boards long before VR chat. Oh. That's pretty neat. I feel like he explained this to me, didn't he?
This shooting. Could you explain to me what just happened here?
Explain what exactly? That show the cleanup brigades put on? Someone got too chatty and ratted out a sick person, that's all. There's usually a pact of silence in the camp. No one likes to see one of their own in those ambulances. But in this case, the dissolved was a relative of one of the camp moles. Ironic, isn't it?
But they shot a man.
Yes, so they did. So what? The price of human life has gotten a lot cheaper lately. That needn't surprise anyone these days.
Okay. He is very focused on his stuff. He's like, hey! Don't come near my stuff. And I'm like, all right.
Did you say dissolved?
Of course, the dissolved. But what the hell's wrong with you? Those people are a real plague. They're sick, and, so they say, highly contagious. Let me give you a piece of advice about them. If you see one, run the other way like he was the devil himself. Even if they don't give you that deadly disease or drive you crazy with their trances, the cleanup brigades will kill you for hiding one. You saw it with your own eyes. They don't even respect their own camp moles.
Trances. Okay. So, like, zombies?
A camp mole? What is that exactly?
A spy. A stool pigeon. It's in the Army's interest to control the camp from inside. And so they pay some of the inhabitants to feed them information about what happens on this side of the fence. Who comes in, who goes out, who causes trouble. And, of course, who gets sick. They're scumbags, but very well-paid scumbags. And they have certain privileges that no one else in here has. Never trust a mole. They'll do anything to hang on to the favors the Army gives them in this hellhole.
Okay. I'll take your advice.
You're welcome. But stay away from the shopping cart or I'll rip your guts out. Got it?
Sorry, I love this man.
Tell me about Rod Atkinson.
Well, I don't know him very well, but they say he's decent enough. Too decent for the times we're living in. Did you know that before coming here, he was someone important? I think he worked for the government, and he still has some good contacts on the outside. But they're not good enough to get that stupid do-gooder and his family out of here.
Stupid do-gooder?
Well, you know how it is. Rod is one of those good Samaritans who think they can save the world. He has helped a lot of people in the camp, but I think he's going to run into problems. I reckon that he's too weak for these times. I don't know how long he'll be able to survive.
You said he had a son. A pretty good reason to hang on, don't you think?
Yes, Colin. I haven't seen that kid running around here for some time. Do you know if he's all right?
I don't know. I still haven't seen him. His father told me about him.
Well, I'm glad he's not anywhere near me. That brat doesn't have anything better to do than to try to snoop in my shopping cart.
Well, I'll be going on my way. Good luck to you, pal.
Just be sure to stay away from my things.
No problem, buddy. Also, I really apparently do need shoes. So, like, do I go back in and try to find shoes? Or do I just...
No. With my foot in this condition, I wouldn't get very far. I think it would be better to go back inside the trail.
Let's go back in there. pot lid.
There's a very worn old notebook hidden under the lid. The cover is practically falling off the spiral binding. It looks like someone stashed it here some time ago and then forgot about it. It's an old accounting ledger that still has a few blank pages left in it. From what's written in here, it looks like someone was using it as a diary before ripping out almost all its pages and leaving it inside the oven in the trailer.
He's been talking to his grandparents again. To my dead parents. His obscenities are getting longer and more terrifying. His mother is suffering too much. We agreed to put the gun inside the cookie box with 2 bullets in the chamber. God forgive us, but when he's gone, there won't be any future for us. The rumble coming from that gash in the sky still terrifies Colin. The Exalted One has decided to tear open the sky and is urging his angels to punish us through the wound. That's what Reverend Blank says. He's a holy man. Okay, I thought that was your son saying it. I was like, oh, Colin? Absences? That looks like an O. Absences. His absences are getting longer and more terrifying. Okay. My staff, my colleagues, my superiors, doesn't anyone out there remember Rod Atkinson? But we have to be strong for the boy. We can't let the great waves strip us of who we are. Okay, so that's his book. Where can I get my... Well, that's closed, isn't it? Maybe I can be like, hey.
It's no use. It won't open.
Okay.
I can hear people whispering on the other side. The same one who made sure to bolt shut.
Colin's probably sick, and I'm pretty sure as soon as Colin is dead, they're gonna die.
A depressing sight. A damp This is the bed where I've been convalescing all this time.
Sorry, convalescing? What does convalescing mean? Threw a bunch of words at me, my guy. I'm also just seeing how many acts there are real quick. Act 4. Okay, there's only 4 acts. Good to know. Now, Sorry, say it again?
The mattress still shows the imprint of my body. I must have been lying on it much longer than I thought.
Convalescing is medical rest. Oh. Well, good to know. I'm assuming a water wave, but a shock wave from a nuclear missile would count as a wave too. Right? It said it knocked out everything. And then apparently there's something in the sky, so... Maybe an asteroid? Like, maybe you were kind of right. Like, who knows? Maybe an asteroid hit something and it just caused, like, an EMP wave, right? It just messed everything up. Yeah, I was thinking, like, water wave, too. No, it's still
Impossible.
locked.
I'm afraid my... This spring sticking out of the bed.
Yeah, don't touch it.
This oil lamp is the room's only source, like in a dream.
Oh my god, he's getting very philosophical. Maybe if I give the pot lid to him, he'll give me socks.
I'd better hold on to it. I don't think anyone else...
Dang it. Vacant lot, abandoned car. Wait, can I use the lid to open the car?
I don't see anything here that could be covered.
Dang it. Wait. The fire.
Let's see. I could swear that the lid is just the right size for this drum. Perfect.
Damn it! What's going on? This damn shithole is going to be the end of us.
I'll have to do this quickly, before this man stops coughing.
They
Well,
need
let's see
to
what we
kill
have
us
here.
all. That's what they want.
Ugh. I don't see anything but... Wait a minute. It seems like there's also a small billfold with a bunch of credit cards. What the hell is this guy doing with so much plastic money?
Do I use the credit card to open the wardrobe?
Let's see if I can do this. Good. The mechanism gave way on the first try. but the cart is trashed. For my sake, I hope that guy outside never finds out about this.
Touched his stuff.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Hi, Tony. Heck yeah, sorry. Beef jerky went down the wrong throat.
Not just yet. I'm grateful to Rod for his hospitality, but these old shoes don't look very clean. It won't take more than a few hours for the wound on my foot to turn really ugly. And the last thing I need now is a serious infection.
Sorry, not wrong throat, wrong pipe. Human bodies, they're weird, but heck yeah, and Tony. Yeah, Larrington, Tony, believe Tony posted about it. That's pretty amazing. Alright, can I combine?
For now, it's just a pillowcase.
Hold on. Do I rip it?
Okay, let's see how well this protruding bed spring can cut.
How about now?
I'll use a little of what's in the bottle to soak the bandages.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Can I do feet? Shoes?
Here goes. I'll use the bandages on my foot. I hope the alcohol is enough to keep it from getting infected. Let's pray this improvised remedy doesn't lead to a delightful case of gangrene.
What bastard put a lid on the drum? You're trying to suffocate me, you bunch of assholes!
I think that guy out there just discovered the reason for a sudden coughing fit.
Some coward in this shithole wanted to suffocate me! Me! Who was it? Who was it? Come back here so I can give you back your lid, you son of a bitch!
Did you hear that noise, Rod? What's going on out there?
I don't know. I'll go have a look. I think it's that poor drunk who's always hanging around the trailer. He's kicking up a fuss again. It's a good thing poor Colin can't hear his insults.
Don't ever say anything like that again, Rod.
I'm sorry, honey. I wasn't thinking.
What? Why can't Colin hear his insults? Sus. Someone better put a lid on it. If there's a fight, someone better put a lid on it.
What are you doing here? Get out of here! You've no business being in this room!
Rod, I'm sorry. But what's going on?
Get out of here, Michael! You didn't see anything, understood? Out! Out! Excuse my outburst, Michael. I shouldn't have behaved that way. It's not like me. But this new world brings out the worst in all of us. It's just that I can't stand to see Colin suffer this way. So for your own good, please, stay away from this room.
Away? Why?
It's no use trying to hide it. You're bound to find out sooner or later. Colin is very sick, and the authorities claim his illness is highly contagious.
Highly contagious? Is he one of the dissolved?
Michael, I won't let anyone use that word in my house! Yes, Colin caught that damn disease.
And what exactly does the disease consist of?
I don't know, Michael. No one really does. The only news is what the army brings us. They say the disease is highly contagious, and it's our duty to turn over all victims to the cleanup brigades. But no one has ever come back after being carried off in one of those ambulances. No one. So we can't let them take Colin, do you understand?
Yes, of course I understand.
They say that all the victims are condemned, that there's no salvation for anyone, that at the end of their suffering and their trances lies certain death. I think that even the army is afraid of the victims. Really strange things happen around them, Michael. Things you wouldn't believe.
What things happen around people infected with the disease?
Strange things with no possible explanation. In their trances, they go places, Michael. They bring back information. They know things. They talk to people who are no longer with us. And we've been living like this for weeks. The things that are happening around Colin are getting more and more confusing and hard to bear.
Talking to the dead? Jesus. This man's nerves are shot from the exhaustion and stress.
Well, Michael has it already. You know what? I just might. Somebody was talking to me and telling me to wake up.
But how did Colin get infected?
We don't know. No one knows how the disease is spread. The only thing we know is that the disease appeared after the catastrophe, and that it's spreading like wildfire.
So the Great Wave brought the dissolved with it?
Yes, but don't use that word again. Not in this house, anyway. It's so cruel and disrespectful. In effect, that's the only thing we know for sure about all this insanity. The Great Wave took everything from us and left us with this epidemic.
What's happening to Colin is terrible. If only there was something I could do.
Well, Michael, you can help us. I'm convinced that our finding you was no coincidence. You've got to help us.
You're not gonna try to eat me, are you?
But you said yourself that all the victims are condemned. What can I do?
No, all is not lost. In the camp, there are rumors of a cure. It seems that in the city, on the other side of the fence, the victims have access to a drug. But we can't get it here. And my contacts out there, well, let's just say they can't do anything to help.
Okay.
So there's a drug that can cure them?
Yes, but they say that producing it takes a long time and is very expensive. And so it's reserved for city dwellers who can afford to pay for it. Get us that drug, Michael. I beg of you, please. Colin's time is running out.
Mission acquired.
Getting involved looks dangerous. I saw that shooting out there. There's also the possibility of infection.
Infection? Are you afraid for your life, Michael? Without our help, you'd be dead right now. Dead. Don't forget that. What's more, I could help you in return. I could help you get back what you lost. Don't you see?
Give me back what I lost? But you hardly know me, Rod.
I know the essential part, Michael. I know that you're a blankhead.
Blankhead? What the devil does that mean?
A blankhead is a person with no memories, who can't remember anything. It seems that the Great Wave had an enormous neurological impact on certain people, Michael. You're not the only one, or even the worst case. There are people who even forgot how to talk and how to walk after the explosion. Some ended up dying of starvation. They forgot what food looked like, how to chew it, even that eating was a necessity. You can consider yourself lucky. You still remember how to keep yourself alive. And that's the important thing. The natural recovery process is slow. It can take months, if at all. Listen to me, Michael. A man without memories is just a shadow. Or even worse, he's nobody. I still have some contacts out there. I was an important man in the municipal government. I could trace your name, your data in public records, your fingerprints. I could restore your whole life in the blink of an eye. But please, help us.
I'm grateful for your help, Rod, and for everything you people have done for me. But
listen to me, Michael. We know that it's possible that our son is condemned to die. In fact, my wife and I have everything prepared for when he leaves us. Our child is the only thing that keeps us holding on in the new world. Nothing would have any meaning for us without him. So if there is even the slightest chance of saving him, we are prepared to do whatever it takes. Please, Michael, help us. For God's sake, listen to him.
Rod, come in here, quickly!
Bring us that cure, and we'll help you get your life back. Colin is our only hope in this new world. Help us save our future. And goodbye, Michael.
No, Rod, wait. Bring a drug? Is he out of his mind? That man wants me to put his son's life in my hands? I can barely remember who I am. And I probably wouldn't last more than a few hours out there. But Rod was right. A man without a past is nothing more than a shadow. He offered to help me get my life back. my memories. So if I want answers, I have only one possible course of action: to get that drug.
Sorry. You probably saw me freaking out there for a second, but like as soon as they started saying I was a blankhead and explaining what that was, oh my god, this is loud. This is quieter. Sorry, that was way too dramatic for what I was talking about. But like as soon as they started explaining what a blankhead was, my brain was like, Michael, gash in the sky, post, dystopian apocalyptic world. Am I Michael the Archangel? It makes sense if suddenly a whole bunch of random people suddenly couldn't remember how to do human things. Because when you're an angel, you tend to not eat food. You just be. You're just there. So, Alright. I'm on to you,
Wait a
game.
minute. Before leaving, I should write down everything important I find out in this notebook. It might come in handy if, as Rod says, I'm one of the blankheads the great wave left in its wake.
I probably can't do that trick again with him. There's shacks over here. And just start walking. Okay, there's a door. There's a door.
Damn it! What's going on?
Please stop.
It's amazing. Everything's changing again. Everything. Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
Awesome. Also, I'm not sure where the best spot for me to go is, because if I'm up here, then it's like, cool. I avoid all the down there stuff. But if I'm also up here, then when people talk, it can kind of cut it off. So we'll see how this plays out. Okay, barbed wire. Cement house. I guess just pick away and go. Alright, we got a generator. Got a van.
Hey, keep your hands away from that thing, pal, if you want him to stay attached to you.
Okay, I just wanted to see it up close. There's no reason to get nervous.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Excuse me? What did you call me?
You're Mr. Sleepyhead. I saw you sleeping in Colin's trailer. I'm so glad you're awake now.
Mr. Sleepyhead? No, that's not my name. I'm Michael.
No, you're just trying to fool me. You're Mr. Sleepyhead. My name is Rose.
There's something odd about this girl's behavior. It's true that she's very young, but she talks like a little girl. Nice to meet you, Rose.
Larrington.
So, do you know Rod and Colin too?
Of course. I go over to their house a lot. Well, when they let me out of the van, that is. Rod and his wife have been very nice to me. Sometimes they let me play with Colin. We're very good friends. Are you a friend of Rod's and Colin's too, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, I'm friends with them too.
What do they mean when they let her out of the van?
I wasn't asleep. I was sick for a long time in that trailer.
No, you weren't sick. You were sleeping like a big brown bear, Sir Sleepyhead. Sometimes I used to watch you sleeping in Rod's house, and you would grunt in your sleep like a bear. A great big lazy bear, Mr. Sleepyhead. But I'm glad you're awake now. I like your voice. You sound like a knight in a fairy tale. Do you want me to tell you a secret, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Of course.
I have your old clothes. The ones you were wearing when Rod and his wife found you. I have them in the van. They were going to throw them away, but they gave them to me to wrap my baby in. He'll be cold now that winter's coming.
Your baby? You have a baby, Rose?
Yes, I have a baby, but he's not with me right now. He got lost. Have you seen him? Do you know where he is? I have another secret to tell you, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Back in the van, Rose. Now. Move your ass. Get in there.
Another secret? Just a minute. Wait!
Get in that van, Rose.
It's a very important secret, Mr. Sleepyhead. Something about you. Something about before the Great Wave. But first I have to find my baby. Have you seen him?
Come on, Rose, you heard me. You don't want to get us mad now, do you?
I have to go. Goodbye, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Poor girl. She's obviously mentally ill. She's just a little girl in a grown-up's body.
And you, if you want to go in there with her, you gotta pay like everybody else.
I mean, I had an idea, but Charlie the Unicorn. I haven't heard that in a minute. Wait, so Silly Sleepyhead is from Charlie the Unicorn? Charlie! What do you want? We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Yeah, Candy Mountain.
Hey, you guys.
You talking to us?
That poor girl's not right in the head. She acts like a little girl.
Right.
How can you people be so unscrupulous?
Rose is an adult. She's earning a living. Like we're all trying to in this camp.
Mind your own business, pal.
You're abusing a poor, disturbed girl.
Us? Taking advantage of Rose? Us? You want to insult us?
We're giving her room and board. She's got nothing to complain about. But she's got to work. That's the only thing we ask of her in return. That's the way things work now.
Bring us the money, then you can get in the van with her. Hey, do us a favor and spare us all that sanctimonious crap from the old world, pal. Don't waste our time.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting them to just be very in your face about it.
Is that an electric generator? I've seen very few of these around here.
Yeah, in this hellhole, you can count them on the fingers of one hand.
Nowadays, you can't buy generators like this anywhere. And with the power grid all blown to hell, you can bet that one of these is worth more than your life.
We use it to light Rose's room. We like to protect our, investments. So don't get too close to it. These things are very fragile, and they have a bad habit of getting lost. Now, we wouldn't want that to happen, would we?
Let me into the van. I just want to talk to Rose for a few minutes.
Of course, it's none of our business what you want to do with her. But if you go into the van, you gotta pay the price.
Got any money on you?
No, I don't have any on me.
Then come back when you do and quit bothering us. We have a very busy schedule, you know?
The girl said something about a secret involving me. Something from before the Great Wave. It seemed important. But what is it? Maybe it was a product of her madness. But I need to talk to her inside that van to get some answers. I'll come back with the money.
Now that sounds much better. I see that we're starting to speak the same language.
Okay. Gross. I imagine there's gonna be something I can do
I'm
to...
afraid that the fuel that powers this generator isn't made from barley.
Well, I was thinking to short circuit it, my guy. Alright, so I'm gonna need something to probably break that generator. They're gonna freak out about it, or maybe it gets Rose out of the van and we're gonna skedaddle. Where's her baby? Is it like a doll baby? Like a toy? Or was there a real baby and they got rid of it?
Hello.
Hello, son. Would you like to get a little closer to the fire?
Thanks, mister. This is a rather isolated part of the camp. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm waiting. That's all. Just waiting.
You're waiting. And what is it you're waiting for exactly?
Nothing in particular. The usual. For the fire to go out, for sunrise, for it to get cold again. I'm waiting for something to change, or for everything to stay as it is. I'm just waiting. You're too young to understand.
It's starting to get cold. Where's your tent? Or your trailer?
Yes, I had a tent once. They issued me one when I decided to enter the refugee camp after the Great Wave. The trailer was out of the question. They went to the families with the best contacts. You know how it is. Even in purgatory, some people are more equal than others.
You say that you decided to enter the camp. Does that mean that people weren't forced to come here?
Oh, no. Of course not. Why would they have to force us? The catastrophe hit the city hard. Those of us who had lost our homes were invited to come here. In principle, it was temporary, just until the authorities got the situation under control and started rebuilding. We used to have food, water, and a place to sleep.
But now it's more like a prison camp than a refugee center. What happened?
I don't really know. I guess something went wrong. The new housing they promised us never got built. And in the end, the army ceased control of the camp. The food ran out, and then the water supply. Nobody bothered to replace them. Seems like our lives didn't matter anymore.
I see.
In time, things in here started to get very ugly. There were riots, uprisings, and the army decided to close the gates of the camp without any notice. One day they decided that no one could enter or leave here. Well, actually, people still could. Enter, that is. Now, this is where anyone who gets in the way in the city ends up. Or anyone they don't know what to do with.
So, this has turned into something like a concentration camp.
That's right, son. That's exactly what it is. You know, it's funny. I remember when my father told us about the war in Europe, about all the persecution, deportations, those overcrowded cattle cars. That all sounded to us like an old movie, an old horror movie. And look at us now. I guess some things never change. They just stop being visible for long enough for us to forget about them.
Damn. I'm emotional.
And where's your tent now?
It was stolen from me a while back. They fetch a good price on the black market now.
Stolen? But how could anyone...
You seem to be new in the camp, am I right? These things happen nowadays. It's best to take things as they come. The reality of the new world is very simple, son. The soldiers and the moles do whatever they like on this side of the fence. And the hunter and his men run the black market and all the dirty rackets. I suggest you memorize all this.
The hunter? I've exchanged a few words with him, but I hardly know him. Yes. The man who protected me during all the shooting. He seems like someone with good connections and some answers. Could he know anything about the drug for treating the dissolved? Do you know where I can find him?
You can find him in those barracks at the back. That's his... well, let's say it's his logistics office. Now, the hunter is very dangerous. Watch your step around him and his men. I happened to meet his father when he was young. He was a violent, degenerate son of a bitch. A real asshole. And I'm afraid his son has followed in his footsteps.
Let's talk about... So tell me, is there any way to get out of the camp?
I'm sorry, son. The only way to get out of this camp is to know someone important who can pull strings for you. Or to become a camp mole. Those traitorous scumbags have gate passes.
I see.
I'm not surprised you want to get out of this shithole. You've no doubt got something to do or someone to find out there. Well, they say things are better in the city. That there's order and that things are starting to function again. But who knows? Well, at least they have Reverend Blake and the consolation of Suicide Park.
Yeah, I'm expecting some packages. Mailman.
Suicide Park? What's that?
Just a song that drifts into the refugee camp from the other side of the fence now and then. And the first dark stars come out to hang from the sky. We could sit and count them together, you and I. when the sun departs from Suicide Park. I'm sure you still have some hopes, some dreams. I'm afraid you're just too young to understand it.
This is all just very calm exposition.
Who's Reverend Blake?
He's a preacher who sometimes comes from the city to bring us a little comfort. Now, some people make jokes about him, but many of us believe that he's a prophet. You should hear him speak sometime. His words etch themselves deeply into your soul. That's why he has so many followers inside and outside the camp.
And what was the extent of the Great Wave's impact? How are things beyond the city?
Truth is, I couldn't tell you. In the first days, the chaos was so overwhelming that no one worried about anything beyond their own backyard. We victims were disoriented, cut off from the world. Then I came into the camp, and news from far-off places doesn't reach this prison. I'm afraid you'd have to leave here to get the answer to that question.
Hold on. Zombikini. Somebody sent me their Indiegogo link for something they're working on.
I should be going on my way. Have a pleasant wait, mister.
Have a pleasant wait. How sweet. Alright, so our friend is back there.
Okay, here goes. It's impossible to budge these drums at all. I don't know what they can take. Someone placed a bunch of those rusty drums up against the wall. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. The cocktail of odors is nauseating.
So I can't move them.
Okay, here goes. It's impossible.
Yeah, he's like, no. Can't do it. Alright, light fixture. Electrical cable. Alright. I have like the smallest piece of jerky stuck in my tooth. Did I just pick up empty beer cans? I did. Okay.
What are you having, pal?
Nope. I'm afraid I don't have any cash on me.
That's no problem here. We don't only accept cash, we also barter. We accept anything of value. That excludes checks, naturally.
Interesting place. Are you the owner?
No, pal, don't get the wrong idea. I only work here. This
That
belongs
piece
to
of
the hunter,
jerky is being
like
a
every
real-
other business enterprise here inside the camp. He's the head honcho.
I see.
Larrington! Sneaking in with your jokes, I see.
What do you sell here?
Anything you can eat or drink. Anything that fits into a box or a bottle. For other types of goods, talk to the hunter directly. What do you need? Liquor, tobacco, food?
At the moment, I don't need anything like that, but I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out the best placement for me, because I know I can't go over there. It's weird to point, but on that side. Because that's where my little briefcase is. It seems to be where most of the conversation happens.
I saw a bunch of barrels stacked up at the entrance to the building. Just out of curiosity, what's in them?
Nothing. Just some things that need to be stored. Take my advice, pal. Keep your nose out of the hunter's business if you want to keep it on your face.
Okay, it was just curiosity.
Hood?
Someone went to all the trouble of taking the hood off an old Corvette and dragging it in here, just to turn it into a tank.
Mike, my friend, it's nice to see you again.
Hi.
Guys, this is my friend Mike. He's new around here. We met at one of the cleanup brigade's latest parties. Isn't that right, dude? Pull up a seat and have a drink. We like to be hospitable to newcomers.
Something tells me I shouldn't accept that drink. That it's not a good idea. Not anymore. No thanks. I don't drink.
Okay, Mike. Whatever you say. But I'm not accustomed to people turning down a drink. At least, not in my own establishment, in front of my men. So tell me, what brings you here?
Let's start with the soft question.
Tell me, why do they call you the Hunter?
That's a good question, Mike. You know my real name is Hank, but no one calls me that anymore. Now I'm the Hunter, because I can find you what you want, when you want it. You know, it doesn't matter where it is, how fast it runs, or where it tries to hide. The new world gave me a new name and a new life.
A new life?
Yeah, a new life. It's hard to explain, dude. But I think in a way, you and I are similar, Mike. That's why I like you. Let me explain it to you. It was the Great Wave. The Great Wave that changed and purified everything. The old world was a messy, complicated, and unjust place. After the Great Wave, everything became crystal clear. When all the old laws disappeared, only one rule remained. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's that simple. And that's the universal law that puts each of us in our rightful place. Do you follow me?
You gotta do what you gotta do. Sounds like a handy way to justify anything and everything, even the indefensible. Yes, Hank, I follow you perfectly.
I knew it. I knew you'd get it straight off, Mike. But don't call me Hank. I told you, that guy died in the Great Wave.
A friend of mine is in a bad way. I need to know if there's a drug that can help the dissolved, and how to get it.
A friend of yours, huh? Friendship is important, Mike. The camp is a very tough place, and you have to be loyal to your people. I like your gesture. Do I know this person?
No, I don't think so.
I see. Well, look, dude, I've heard something about that cure, but I don't know if it's true or just a camp legend. Sometimes desperation leads to wishful thinking. You know how it is. But if that drug exists, I can think of only one place you'd be able to find it.
Where?
There's a small medical center on the outskirts of the city. It's more like a pharmaceutical warehouse, but it's heavily guarded. I bet my bottom dollar that's where they keep anything that valuable. Maybe you should take a look at that building, if you can find a way out of this hellhole, that is. And I can't help you with that. You know I like you, dude. Let me give you a piece of advice. Stay away from those untouchables. From the dissolved. They won't bring you anything but trouble.
Okay.
What more can you tell me about the dissolved?
Only what the authorities say. And that's all I need to know. The disease is fatal. And they say you can catch it just by breathing next to one of those untouchables. That's why they have to get rid of them as soon as possible. Have you ever seen one of those poor suckers die, dude?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're lucky, Mike. I don't recommend it. It's a horrible spectacle. It goes something like this. After weeks of drifting in and out of their trances, something happens inside their bodies. Something fails all of a sudden. The pain makes them kick and scream like pigs in a slaughterhouse. Then their flesh begins to melt, to become liquid. Do you understand, Mike? That's why they gave it that name. They literally dissolve.
But that's terrible. Those poor people.
On the contrary, dude, those bastards spread the plague. It's them or us. Understand? Anyway, you know how it works. The cleanup brigades tend to be more than generous with responsible citizens who help them with their mission of tracking down the dissolved.
See, like, just a little bit of my face gets in the way. Maybe I can just come over here for a second. Maybe if I just do this. Maybe I can just do. just shrink a little. Just shrink myself so I can kind of get out of the way. I guess I could hang out down here. What's up, guys? I'm gonna hang out down here. Yeah, I'll hang out down here. Hold on, it's currently paused. I'll just move my stuff down here. Don't mind me. Yeah, we'll hang out down here.
And can't you get hold of some of that drug for me?
I don't get mixed up in things like that, dude. The army has made it very clear. Helping or hiding the dissolved will be severely punished. Not even collaborators are free from reprisals. You saw what happened to that mole. Those pigs are ruthless about this.
What are you talking about, those pigs?
That's camp slang. The soldiers, the cleanup brigades. The inhabitants of this shithole call anyone with a rifle and a uniform a pig. They can blow your head off right on the spot with impunity.
Cool, thank you. It's
I
very...
should be going now.
Fine, Mike. You're welcome anytime. Remember, dude, here we can get you whatever you need. No questions asked.
Except the drug and a way out of this camp. Might as well chat with everybody. Now you're hearing things on the down low.
Dozens of bullet marks and some trails of fresh blood dripping down the wall. Oh my god. This corner of the camp stinks of gunpowder.
Yeah, that's Execution Corner.
A small military so narrow that the soldier on... Maybe this leather saddlebag contains tools for motorcycle maintenance, or, well, I'm sure I...
Where do you think you're going, Rat? No one leaves here without a pass, unless it's with a bullet between the eyes.
Yes, and we can take care of that for you if you don't get away from that gate. Come on, stick your neck out. We could use a little entertainment tonight.
What's the matter, Rat? Cat got your tongue?
I think it's best if I get away from the gate. I'm afraid their threats are deadly serious. Sorry, guys. I'm not looking for trouble.
Where can I get one?
You say that I can only get out of the camp with a pass. Where can I get one?
Only soldiers and moles have passes for entering and leaving the camp. And you don't look like either one of those things. So get lost.
Well, sometimes we can make an exception, but only if the person who wants to leave is generous enough. And why exactly do you want to leave the refugee camp? What did you lose on the other side of the fence, Rat?
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I had to get it out. It was bugging me.
I have my reasons, and I don't think they're any of your business.
What's your tongue, you son of a bitch? If you want to hold on to it.
Don't push your luck. We could blow your head off right here, Rat. Try showing a little more respect.
So, I've heard things are better in the city. Is that true?
Yeah, it could
Never
be.
fear, Cord is
But that's
here.
none of your
Finally.
business. What do you care? If you're gonna die in this dump anyway.
Get the idea of leaving right out of your head. There's no place for rats like you on the other side of the fence. Unless you want to take a walk in Suicide Park. Do you want to become a Dark Star, Rat?
Now quit bothering us and get lost.
It's more of a psychological horror and less like in-your-face horror. So going to your butcher. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty. Y'all. Oh, Corey, you didn't have to do that.
I just want to help a friend's kid, that's all.
Heartwarming. Really heartwarming. I got an idea. Why don't you bring your friend and his kid with you? We'd be happy to let all three of you.
Really?
Of course, Rat. We love target practice. I promise to give you guys a running start.
Yeah, we'll give you a few yards start. That would make it more fun.
I get the impression I'm talking to two armed psychopaths. Unbelievable. Who put these guys in charge of guarding the camp? I'm afraid it doesn't seem like such a good idea to me anymore. But thanks for the suggestion.
Who's in charge here?
Nice motorcycle.
It is, isn't it? It's ours. So get anywhere near it, and you'll end up against that wall.
You don't have the authority to touch it, or point at it, or even look at it.
Dare to touch it with your grubby hands, and you're a dead man. I guarantee it. Got it?
Okay, understood.
So much death threats. And no worries, Card. I pretty much just want to finish Act 1 and then I'll call it quits.
But why are you calling me Rat? Who's in charge here?
Well, 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 did you hear that? It looks like we have a new kid on the block. Let me ask you something. If you people living in this camp crawl around in garbage, build your houses out of garbage, and eat garbage, what else are we going to call you?
We're in charge here, the ones with the rifles. That's the only rule you need to know. See all those dark stains on the wall next to the barbed wire?
Yes, I see them.
They're the guts and brains of rats like you who forgot the golden rule. We call it the Wall of Shame. We're in charge here. That's pretty easy to grasp, isn't it? But sometimes one of you forgets. And that gives us some more motivation to make you better students. So, how's your memory?
My memory? That's funny. In another context, that would be an amusing question, but there's nothing amusing about these animals. My memory works well enough to remember who's in charge here. Don't worry.
You catch on fast, right? That's a good thing. Now get out of here.
I won't bother you anymore.
Get lost.
Alright. So what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna touch it.
Hey, Rat, I don't think that motorcycle belongs to you. Or at least I don't remember seeing your name on it anywhere. Am I mistaken?
Are you one of those people who have no respect for private property, bastard? Do you know what we do in this camp with people like you?
I'm beginning to get an idea. I was just curious about this thing. I'm stepping away.
My god, I'm so sorry. 2/6 of the IT team are in the department. Oh!
Oh no. Here comes that sensation again. It's like floating in a dense liquid while everything around me is transformed. Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
Yeah, Larrington, I think you might be right. I think I might be infected. Okay, what do I have? I have empty beer cans and a bottle of whiskey. Can I pay them in whiskey? As horrible as that sounds. Maybe I can throw the beer cans at the gen?
Use this here?
Nope. Okay. Will they take whiskey?
Better not. If these guys...
Hey!
Let me into the van.
Of course, it's none of our business what you want to do with her. But if you go into the van, you gotta pay the price.
Okay.
Although it looks hastily and shoddily built, it's surprising to see a brick-and-mortar built. No doubt this must belong to someone.
Let's head back to the beginning. Nope, shacks. Homeless man. Can I get up here? No? See if there's any more routes to take. Do you want my booze?
Better not. Know what's worse?
Maybe I can barter the booze? Or the empty cans with the bartender?
I don't think the bartender would be in...
What about booze?
Greetings, pal. What's this? Are you proposing a trade? Because if you are, you came to the right place. What do you need? Liquor? Cigarettes? Food?
At the moment, I don't need anything like that. But I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
Okay, damn. Okay. I have booze, which I imagine I'm gonna trade to him once I need one of his items for something. That old man's just waiting. They want money. Maybe the homeless man has some more information for me.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I'll answer anything you want, as long as you don't get near my stuff.
Great wave. Shooting. Nah, he's already told me this stuff.
Well, I'll be going on my way. Good luck to you, pal.
Just be sure to stay away from my things.
I can't open the car door. Can I use the empty beer cans?
They're used and dented. I can't figure out how to use the cans with this.
Damn. Do you want them for your stuff?
This guy already has enough junk in his shop.
I might need a hint. I may just quickly pull open a guide and see what I'm supposed to do. Smoking woman. What? Walk away from the trailer and exit towards the bottom of the screen. In the crossroads, walk on and go to the barrier that is separating the refugee camp from the city. Talk to the gate sentries to find out who can exit the refugee camp. Go to a house on a small hill right next to the gate. Wait, is there like... What? Did I miss a door? I thought it was just the wall of shame. Oh. Oh, damn. I didn't know I could go up here. I thought it was just wall of shame. Oh, smoking lady. Got it. So this is the lady whose family got shot. Well, shot and taken.
Hey, you filthy rat! Get out of my house! Do you hear me? Out!
Forgive me.
We've got nothing left for you to steal. Go back to your sewer, you filthy rat! Scram!
No, you've got it all wrong. I haven't come to take anything. But wait a minute. I recognize you. Weren't you with the man they shot out there a while back?
Yes, my name is Misha, and that man is my husband.
Is or was?
But what happened? Why did they shoot your husband?
It's all your fault. All because of you camp rats. One of you reported him for harboring a dissolved. And those army pigs opened fire without even caring who they were aiming at, or how hard my husband had worked for them.
So the lady the cleanup brigades took away from this house was a dissolved.
That was my mother. I'm never gonna see her again. Damn filthy rats. Are you satisfied? It was you people that brought death to this family.
Why is everything all over the floor? Were you robbed?
They left us nothing. Those envious rats took everything. They'd been hanging around waiting for days. It seems like those bums have a sixth sense about where a dissolved is being hidden. When they saw my husband injured and lying on the ground, they forced their way in and looted our house.
Bums? Envious rats? Who are you talking about exactly?
Them! All of them! Everyone living here in this camp envies us. They envy who we are, what we have, our privileges, our army contacts.
So they envy you because your husband is a mole. Is that right?
Don't call him that, you worm! He collaborates with the forces of law and order. That's his job.
And in this collaboration with law enforcement, wasn't turning in others of the dissolved one of your husband's duties?
Shut up! Shut up! You envy us too! You're just like the rest of the rats in this camp. And what are the three of us gonna do when my husband's gone? We'll lose everything! The house, the money, our privileges.
3?
You said the three of us. Is there someone else in the family?
We have 2 children, 2 small boys. And in this camp, envy eats away at everybody. Now we'll be outcasts. No one will help us when my husband is gone. Winter will come, our money will run out, and my children will starve. Those 2 brats wear me down with their antics. I have to chase after them all the time, but they're my children, and none of this is their fault.
How is your husband?
He's badly injured. One of the bullets went through his stomach. He's not gonna make it. He's really suffering. He's in excruciating pain. If we at least had some morphine to ease his pain.
So, let me guess. I'm gonna get her morphine?
What privileges are you going to lose?
That
As a
pass!
collaborator, my husband always received special treatment from the army. More generous rations of food and water. A little money, clothes, a treat now and then for the kids. And now all of that's gonna end. We won't be able to leave the camp. When he dies, they'll take away his gate pass. We'll die locked up in here. Like you rats.
Did she say a gate pass? Listen, Misha, I can help you.
And just how are you gonna help us, rat?
There's something important I urgently need to get from the other side of the fence. While I'm out there, I could also get some morphine for your husband. I've heard that things are better in the city. It shouldn't be too hard for me to find some, but first I need to get out of the camp.
Like I told you, my husband has a pass that gets him through the gate. I could lend it to you, but I don't trust you. I don't trust you or any other filthy rat in this camp. Beat it! Get out of here!
If I want to get my identity back, I need that drug for the dissolved. And to get it, I have to leave the camp. I have to do whatever it takes to gain this woman's trust. No matter how unpleasant I find her screams and insults. Listen to me. I'm not just another camp rat. I'm your friend. I want to be your friend. You told me you were worried about winter coming. Let me help you. I'll bring you food. Food for your children. Then will you trust me?
I don't know. Bring me the food first. First you bring me food for my children, and then we'll talk about that pass.
I'll do it. Nothing of interest. But wait a minute. I think I can see something sticking out from under that piece of wood.
Don't even think about touching anything in this. You're just a lousy thief, like all the other.
Sorry?
No, wait. You're confused. I just want to help.
Oh, yeah? Keep your...
Of course. Whew.
Okay, so can't go in there. Oh.
Hi, kids.
Hello, sir.
What are you up to?
We're doing target practice. We're going to be real good shots. Someday, we'll get those pigs who shot Dad.
How awful. These children must have seen the cleanup brigades shoot their father out there. Poor kids. And how is the target practice going?
Bad at the moment. We need a real target, or we'll never be able to hit those soldiers.
Yeah, we need a better target. Hey, quit talking to that rat. He's not one of us. You know what Mom and Dad say about the people in the camp. Leave my brother alone. Get lost, rat.
Yeah, you're not one of us. Get lost, rat.
So I'm guessing you don't want these amazing cans to throw rocks at. Everybody loves to hit cans. There's a whole pastime for it.
Thank you. Now we'll really be able to become the best shots in the camp.
So now you're saying this rat isn't a rat?
No, I'm not. My name is Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Go on, kids. Give me all the
So
exposition.
tell me, why do you want to throw rocks at those soldiers?
We have to get revenge. We're big boys now, and that's what we gotta do. Those pigs shot our dad. We heard him screaming. He's hurt real bad.
Mom said we'll never see him again.
Damn pigs! My brother and I are gonna get them. All of them.
But when they were Dad's friends, you used to say you wanted to be a soldier when you grew up.
Shut up. That was before. I wish I could reach those watchtowers with my rocks.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
That's not a bad idea. Something tells me that a little commotion along the barbed wire fence would be a good thing for everyone. It's pretty late for kids like you. What are you doing out in the street at this hour?
Hey, we're not kids. We have to practice our marksmanship. Our mom gets real mad when we do it inside the house. It's not like we have anywhere else to go in this dump.
Nowhere else to go? So you don't go to school? Don't you have any friends from school?
There is no school. Not since the explosion.
Our mom says we don't need it anyway. We're big boys now, and someday we'll be very important people in the camp. Just like our dad. That's why we don't hang out with the other kids around here. Our parents say they're rats. They'd be a bad influence on us. Yes, we're going to be brave and strong, like our dad. Right, Michael?
Of course you will.
Totally. The friggin' string for my thing, like, went perfectly down my shirt, and I was like, oh! I got scared.
I need your help, boys.
How can we help you, Michael?
I have to get something from inside your house. It's something I need so that I can help your father. Understand? But your mother is very agitated, and I need you to give me a hand with her. It's a mission.
What do you want us to do, Michael?
I need you to get your mother out of the house for a few minutes. Just long enough for me to go in and get what I need. Do you think you can do that?
Of course, we're big boys.
I'll owe you. I promise to give you a reward.
Okay, let's do it. A mission.
Am I gonna steal the pass? Am I just gonna... I definitely want those cigarettes. Alright, she said her husband has it.
Someone knocked over that enormous bookcase, and considering what it must have weighed. Some of the drawers have been torn out of this old dresser. Now they're torn apart and...
Okay.
Better not. Knowing what's inside that room, I have no interest in going in.
So we're not stealing the pass. Did we just get cigarettes?
Oh, my head! What the hell's going on? Oh, God! My head feels like it's gonna explode!
Michael, please, help us, help us. Please, remember, Beechwood Oracle.
Repent! It's the sun! Was it our fault? Did we do it? Yes! We did it!
Enough! Please! Enough!
Please, Michael, help us. Only you can do it. Remember, Beechwood Oracle.
Good God! What are these images? And that woman's voice? It's the same one that woke me up in the trailer. I'm trying! I'm trying to remember! And stop tormenting me! I hope Rod helps me find some answers. If not, I'll go mad. Absolutely mad.
Okay. I'm gonna get out of here now. Okay, well I have booze and I have cigarettes, so I imagine I can use that to trade for food for the kids. Right? Now that I have an idea of what I want to trade it for. Alright, will you take the booze?
Greetings. Are you proposing it? What do you need?
I'm still interested in that box of food you offered me.
Let me see. But the bottle's been opened, and there's a lot missing.
I have this pack of cigarettes.
Okay.
Fantastic. I'll take both of them. Here you go, pal. The food package is all yours.
Alright. Let's go. I'm trying to remember who it was who told me, but like, most likely one of my roommates, but they were like, we need to go back to the barter system. And I was like, honestly, it's not bad. It's just that it gets to this weird place of like, you know, if one person's like, yo, we'll give you 2 potatoes for 2 carrots, and you're like, awesome. And then somebody across the way is like, excuse me, 2 potatoes for 2 carrots? No. If you shop with me, you only get, you know, you'll get 1 carrot for 2 potatoes. And they'll be like, that doesn't seem fair. It's like, well, that's what my carrots are worth. Then it gets in this weird thing of bartering. I have a food. Here you go.
Here, this is what I promised you.
That's all the food you brought? This will barely feed us for 2 days.
I'm sorry, it's very complicated getting more in the camp. I only wanted to show you that you can trust me, that I can help you.
That's what all you rats in this trash heap say? But in the end, only thing you're interested in is taking advantage of my husband and me.
I've held up my part of the bargain. Isn't that proof enough? Listen, let me have that pass to get out of the camp, and I promise I'll come back with the morphine you need to ease your husband's suffering.
Ah, okay. But you better hurry. Here.
What's this? A bracelet?
It's like an ID badge. Wear it and the soldiers will recognize you. It won't just get you out of the camp. It'll also help you avoid all kinds of problems with the army once you reach the city. I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing by giving it to you. Just don't betray me, you rat. Bring me that morphine from my husband, and I promise ya, I'll give you lots of money in return. Much more money than you could earn in a lifetime in this shithole.
No, that's not necessary. We never said anything about money.
I have to know you're coming back. I don't trust any of you, and I know that money is the only thing that'll make you keep your word. All you camp rats are alike. Now get out of my sight, and don't make me regret this. And don't come back without my husband's morphine. There'll be a fat wad of cash waiting for you.
Okay.
So I imagine this is where I get the cash to talk to Rose to get the secret. Alright, well. I have a bracelet.
I don't mean to bother you, but hey.
Ooh, wait, can I just...
Get...
Hold on.
Go through that gate.
Do you need to get a closer look at what I have on my wrist?
Wait a minute. Look, he's got on one of those ID bracelets the camp moles wear. Those cockroaches are very useful to us in here. Lower your gun and let him leave.
You heard him. Get out of here, rats.
I'm trying. Burnt tree, hewn
I
stone.
can't reach it from here. Maybe I should find a way to get to the bottom of this enormous hole first. It's the charred remains of a tree trunk, fighting to keep. For the moment, it's holding its own.
How do I get out? How do I leave this? There we go. I was like, release me.
So, I enter the city. It welcomes me with its most merciless and bitter grimace. What I see before my eyes is not what I expected. Doomsday made it here, too. Even if no one in the refugee camp knows it yet. Damn it. The city looks as bruised and battered by the catastrophe as the rest of us.
Ooh, Act 2. Ooh, perfect place to stop. Oh, that means Friday's gonna be busy. Wait. Aren't I doing graveyard this Friday? We'll be fine. But there we go. Is there a way to save? Oh, thank goodness there's an actual... Don't just leave, Nina. Save. Put 2, just in case. Well, that is gonna be it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all had yourselves a wonderful time. I'm very glad we were able to fix our first game, but I'm curious about this game. I'm like, am I an angel? Is there some weird religious vibe, or is it just end of the world nonsense? Anyways, I'll see y'all Friday, most likely. Zeus Massey. Bye-bye.